Good morning. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel Santos, la diosa dominicana, la Santera. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. I hope everyone's recovering from this beautiful snow and weather we're having in New York City. Frigid temperatures, but I'm hoping that it's inspiring you to be home and think about the things that you want to do, or you're sitting home chilling, resting, wasting time, kicking back, watching Netflix all day, which is all right because I did that yesterday. I watched America's Next Top Model, The World of Dance. What did I watch? Zodiac. So it's all good. But today's a new day. Today we begin again. Today I woke up at 5, back to my grind, back to my schedule. I've had a little bit of an off week. My health hasn't been at 100%, but I feel myself feeling better. And so today's episode 83, and it's titled Making a Comeback, because today I'm feeling like I'm making a comeback in many ways. I'm making a comeback in terms of getting back to my writing practice of working from 5 to 8 a.m. That seems to be giving me a lot of benefits, and I feel amazing. But I'm also making a comeback because I'm understanding some things. First, I have been really stuck with the artist's way process, and I've been talking a lot about the book, The Journey, The Artist's Way, which is basically a 12-week sort of recovery process. Julia Cameron created this wonderful piece of art to support artists, creators, visionaries, dreamers. You can be a doctor, a dancer. I mean, it really is about recovering from anything that ails you, from anything that has prevented you from living your most authentic life. So for me, it is directly connected to my writing, my artist life, and also healing some wounds that tend to come up, like these reoccurring, the reoccurring trauma, or the cycles that I have kept on repeat. And so here are some. So all that to say that I've been stuck on week 9. Week 9 being titled, let's see, Recovering a Sense of Compassion. So this week's essays in The Artist's Way is really about having compassion for all the ways I have failed myself, not followed through, blocked myself. And so I wrote some quotes, and I'm just kind of gonna freestyle it and see where it takes us this morning. All right, so it's about the blocked artist who allows all the blocks in. So yesterday was a wonderful example of how I was self-sabotaging myself in terms of answering my phone calls for every single person that needed me yesterday. How is that a form of self-sabotage? Things to think about. And then how can I be loving toward myself? So having compassion calls me or requires me to surrender to my creative process, which is what I'm doing today. So I'm back to this play date, right? My play date of waking up at 5 a.m. And then this one line I wrote, art is a process and the process is supposed to be fun. Here's the thing. What we love, what we're passionate about, that shit should not feel painful. Like, why does it feel strenuous? Or why should it cause us anxiety to sit and do something that brings us joy? Where's the joy? When we are out kicking it with our friends, having a lovely dinner, going to a play, getting our drink on, getting our dance on, we're fully present. There's no anxiety. around going to shake our asses. But when it comes to honoring our art, the thing that we're called to do, some anxiety comes up. We allow the fear to paralyze us. And so how can we make the process fun? And so I think for me, it's shifting how I see waking up at 5 a.m. Am I seeing it as, oh, I'm losing sleep? Or am I saying, yo, if I can wake up 5 a.m. every single day, if I can wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, how many pages can I get done toward my novel? How much closer can I get toward submitting for a publication, applying for this grant, taking this dance class, taking whatever it is that you want to do? If you shift how you see attaining it into something that brings you joy, what does that look like and what does that feel like, right? And then this is the shit right here. We get more sympathy as crippled artists than as functional ones. Let's just take it to the page, y'all. Page 154, The Artist's Way. These are the aha moments, yo. Okay. Recovering from artist block, or any block, right? Like recovering from any major illness or injury requires a commitment to health. At some point, we must make an active choice to relinquish the joys and privileges accorded to the emotional invalid. A productive artist is quite often a happy person. This can be very threatening as a self-concept to those who are used to getting their needs met by being unhappy. I'd love to, but you see, I have these crippling fears. Can get us a lot of attention. We get more sympathy as crippled artists than as functional ones. Those of us addicted to sympathy in the place of creativity can become increasingly threatened as we become increasingly functional. Many recovering artists become so threatened that they make U-turns and self-sabotage themselves. We usually commit creative harakiri either on the eve or in the wake of a first creative victory. The glare of success, a poem, an acting job, a song, a short story, a film, or any success, can send the recovering artist scurrying back into the cave of self-defeat. We're more comfortable being a victim of artist block than risking having to consistently be productive and healthy. She calling us on our shit, yo. I am not going back into that cave. That's really what I wanted to title today's show. I ain't going back into that cave. I am not going back into that cave of self-sabotage, of depression, of woe is me, of I'm not good enough, of I can't do it, of I'm not smart enough, of all those thoughts of unworthiness, of the fear that keeps me from finishing and having the things that I want. I'm not going back. And so my comeback, I'm making a comeback. And making a comeback to me means that I am back to honoring my art. I'm feeding my art. There is something very scary about seeing yourself getting to the finish line. Sometimes we are so close that we want to sabotage ourselves and not run that last lap. We're almost there. We've done the entire race. And just as we're about to get there, we want to give up. We want to throw the white flag and say we're done. We can't go any further. But that's the moment where we need to push. And so me making a comeback means that every single day I have to find creative, innovative ways to make my job fun. And my job is to write these stories. That's my one job, yo. I got one job. I got one job, and that's to listen to God, listen to what my source, my force, my ancestors, my egun, my santos are telling me I'm here to do. I have a responsibility. Show up, yo. Just show up. Just sit in the chair and trust that you will be guided, that it will come, and be patient. And even when it doesn't come, be compassionate. And so today I wrote something that I wanted to share. I finally finished week 9. It has taken me 2 weeks to finish week 9, but everything happens for a reason. I needed to go mad slow. And so I wrote this. Because today, another theme that has risen up for me is forgiveness. I forgive myself for all my failures of nerve, timing, and lack of initiative. I forgive myself for my lack of follow through. I forgive myself for blaming others for the ways I have failed myself. I forgive myself for beating myself up. I forgive myself for wasting time. I forgive myself for being afraid. I forgive myself for using others to distract me from what I am here to do. I forgive myself for abandoning my work. I forgive myself for all the ways I have been unloving, unsupportive, uncommitted to my art and to my soul. I forgive myself. And so with that, let's meditate on our comeback. Sit comfortably. Let's take some deep breaths. I know that was a lot, right? We're not used to forgiving ourselves because a lot of times we want to sit in that crippling, toxic, poisonous, all that ugly shit that people have said about us. Sometimes we want to just bathe in all that shit and hold on to that. But when we forgive ourselves, we're freeing ourselves of something. So let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release all that tension in your throat, in your neck. Soften your shoulders. Breathe slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. What do you need to come back from? What is the thing that you need to come back for? You're the comeback kid. You're coming back strong, and you're coming back to do what exactly? What is it that you're coming back for? That you're reclaiming? That you're standing and saying, yo, I'm going for this shit. That's it. You feel that in the pit of your stomach, the nervousness. Turn that into joy, excitement, enthusiasm, fun. How can you make that fun? How can you get really excited about making that comeback? What are you coming back for? What are you claiming? This is mine. What is that? Yeah, that's the truth. We're making a comeback. We're reclaiming it. So we've named it, right? For me, it's writing. And I have very specific things that I will write, that I am going to write, that I am writing. I have 3 very specific things that I am writing and moving towards. But now I want you to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I forgive myself for, I forgive myself for, I forgive myself for. And I want you to keep repeating that. I'm going to stay silent. I forgive myself for. Release all of it. And you can pause this. Pause this and keep forgiving yourself until you are done, until you have stated everything you forgive yourself for. And when you're ready, come out of meditation. Forgiveness, yo. Forgiveness. That's hard. Because forgiveness is us saying, yo, I love myself so much that I am going to allow myself to receive the power that is the epitome of love, of self-love. That shit is not easy to connect to, because for some crazy ass reason, the pain is so much more comforting sometimes. And I'm feeling like, yo, I'm done with that. I am done with holding on to the pain. That line, I'm looking for it. We get more sympathy as crippled artists than as functioning ones. Being addicted to sympathy in the place of creativity. I'm sorry, I don't want to be known for my pain or for the things that ail me. I want to be known for the ways I pulled myself out. Not for the pain that I was a victim of or a survivor of. I want to be known for, yo, she wasn't obsessed with this. She moved through it and recreated herself. She took all that fucked up shit and rebuilt herself from the ground up. She gifted herself. She took her wounds and took it and made it beautiful art. Turned it into creativity. Turned it into the most amazing form of self-love. So with that, I wrote some new affirmations for myself. Today I am awake. Today I know what I'm here to do. Today I'm recovering. Today I walk in my purpose. Today I'm committed to my soul work. Today I rise again at 5 a.m. for my play date. Today I protect myself. Today I value myself. Today I love myself. Today I do what I love. Today I am surrounded by love. Today the story is unfolding. I am a writer. I am talented. I am beautiful. I am love. I am patient. I am compassionate. I am unfolding beautifully. I am trusting this process. I surrender to the page. I am finishing what I start, and I am filled with grace. And so it is. Yeah. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel like good food in your body? Because that other stuff, we don't want that. I'm not holding on to that anymore. And so every day, I am called to remind myself of that truth. And I hope that you can write some affirmations and intentions for yourself. All right, my loves, that's it. That is our diary for today. My intention is to be all that I am. My intention is to be all that I am. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to my YouTube, my SoundCloud, my iTunes. Please leave your reviews. Please spread the love. Follow me on Instagram, Alicia La Santera and Afro Latina Show. I'm on Twitter and Tumblr as Diosa Dominicana. And email me. Connect with me. I would love to know how you're doing, what's rising for you. I want to hear about your breakthroughs. I want to hear if there's anything you'd like me to talk about. Email me, info.aliciaanabel@gmail.com. I'm wishing you the most amazing day. Peace.